Yo, 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 what's going on, Laker Chronicles, man? It's about that time. The deadline is over. The dust has settled. Now let's go ahead and jump into these topics, man. So, as you know, we weren't able to get the Kyrie get into the Kyrie Irving sweepstakes, but I always felt like we didn't really need Kyrie anyway. Not that he's not a great talent, but the Lakers have always been star heavy. We need depth. I don't think Kyrie would balance out the team as far as what we need as far as defense, wings. He can shoot a three, but we needed wings, depth, and youth. And we just couldn't get that with Kyrie. It's always good to have a couple stars, but the Lakers, ever since we got LeBron James, has always been about star hunting, star hunting, star hunting. When you got teams like the Warriors that won the championship last year with just one star player, and Steph, and everybody else were above average role players. So with that being said, we missed out on Kyrie, of course. We went ahead and made a trade. Uh, it was a blessing in disguise, man. Russell Westbrook never quite fit in with our team. Even every Laker fan, when the trade actually was for Kuz and KCP for Russ, nobody really embraced the Russ trade because they just knew fit-wise it just wasn't going to work. But there you go again, LeBron and the Lakers thinking, well, we got another star in Russ that we can make it work. But, today's time, it just doesn't equal wins. For the first maybe 5 or 10 games, the Lakers, those big three were trying. But after a while, you could tell, like, Bron wasn't really feeling Russ. Russ really wasn't feeling Bron. AD was injured. He wasn't really feeling Russ. The chemistry was never there for the big three, and that's why you seen it never worked on the court, man. It never worked. Russ and the IQ and poor shooting. Bron, feeling some kind of way when Russ is taking the ball to the cup and just airballing layups, and then, Bron not playing defense, and AD is out. So, man, we got rid of all that toxic situation by go ahead and trading Russ, thank God, to in a 3-team trade. He's going to go to Utah, and then we're going to, trade Russ in a first-round pick. And in return, we got some key players from Minnesota. We got Jared Vanderbilt and my guy, D-Lo. I'm glad D-Lo is back. D-Lo should have never left, man. We get a young guard who I think is more of a pure point guard than folks think. They think he's just a scoring guard, but D-Lo can really pass the ball as well. I think the situation is going to be, it all depends on who's his coach and what system he's in, but his passing ability is very underrated in my opinion. I think this is a guy who can average 8 assists a game for us, man, with the right pieces around him, and we do got the right pieces. But back to the trade, man. We got him. We got Vanderbilt from Utah, a young wing forward who can rebound and play defense. Somebody who's going to be able to help our second core come in and hold a lead, or at least keep a lead from blowing out of proportion, man. That was a great move in my opinion, man. A great move. It just seemed like Rob Pelinka had it all figured out. Like, hey, I'm not going for star players. I'm going for depth. I'm going to get young guys and 3-point shooters, and Brun's just going to have to deal with that. And we got Beasley, another young 26-year-old shooting guard / forward that can shoot lights out, man. So that's 2 good shooters and a wing in that trade. I have to grade that trade, man. That's an A+ trade in my move, man. In my opinion, a A+. We was able to share Russ's big contract and turn into 3 players that can all play a role for the Lakers and help us with depth. Then, we turn around and we go ahead and make another move. I mean, I know y'all seen these moves, man. I've been calling for a long time. Mo Bamba needed to be a Laker, and we finally got him. We got rid of another old player in Patrick Beverley for 34 years old and a second-round draft pick for Mo Bamba. Now, in my opinion, we should have never got Patrick Beverley anyway. We traded a 23-year-old player in THT for an old man who was 34 years old, and we gave up a draft pick for that. So, Danny Ainge had already got over on us one time before. And then, I'm thinking, the Lakers are going to be done. I look up, and then here go another trade. We trade Thomas Bryant, who I like Thomas Bryant. He played a great role for us, a great big. He was starting to run the floor to get open opportunities. He can step out and shoot the three. He really wasn't doing it a lot for us, but occasionally he would hit a three. A good rebounder, not really a great defender, but a great player, man. Not great, good player, a good role player, and a player we could have used for his size. But from what they're saying, the reports are saying that he asked to be traded for a bigger role, which I don't know how you're gonna get a bigger role in Denver. But we traded him. We got Reed, another wing who could shoot threes. I don't know if he's gonna break the rotation, but I like the fact that we was able to get those three second round draft picks back that we pretty much lost not too long ago in the trade. We gave up those picks for like Rui, and we traded a second round draft pick, a first round draft pick in a 3-team trade, and then we traded another second with Beverley. So we was able to get the picks that we traded back, and I think that was a good move, man. Quick, fast move, something that's going to build this team long term. Because the Lakers, we find depth in the second round. Most teams need first round draft picks, but the Lakers, we seem to find good talent in a second round and undrafted players. So I think that's a good move. We guard heavy. We was guard heavy, and we need to free up some guys so we can have, the guys like Vandy getting playing time. Rui, I can't say his last name. His last name is crazy. But, yeah, get Rui on the court. And then, hopefully this will open up some more space. Maybe Christie can get a little more playing time. I think a lot of people forget about Austin Reeves as well. So I love the moves that we made today, man. I definitely was feeling it. I think Rob showed everybody, including Bron and AD, look, you got to have patience. You just can't let these teams force your hand and try to force you to make a trade with 2 draft picks, 2 first-round draft picks, unprotected for 1 player. Or, this whole lie about y'all going to have to give up both picks to get rid of Russell Westbrook. Rob stayed the course, rode the wave, waited till the deadline was approaching, and put the pick out there, man. And you see when you was patient, he got great assets in return. But whenever the Lakers are forcing it or trying to appease somebody, it always bites us in the butt. So I appreciate Rob, man. Respect Rob. I think y'all need to put some respect on Rob's name. He's been catching a lot of flack here lately about, some of the trades that he may or may not have pushed. But you got to understand, he had Bron in his ear pushing him to do certain things. But now that he can see things clearly, and hey, told Bron either, ride with it or ask for a trade, pretty much is what I think they was feeling tell him. Rob deserved a lot of respect for these moves, man. I'll have to give him an A+. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all thought about these moves, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.